I think it's actually harder to get a literary agent than it is to get published once you have a literary agent. They're really literary agent is the key intermediary between an author and a publisher. Publishing firms today, small ones, medium ones, they will not look at a book that just an author sends in. It has to come through a literary agent. So what the literary agent does is, besides being a screener for publishers, a lot of times the literary agent is in fact your first editor. A literary agent will often, let's say they've taken you on, you've gone through this query process, you sent out 50 letters to 50 different agents, you get one that takes a chance on you. A lot of them will give suggestions to make certain changes in your manuscript before they'll even show it to publishers. So they'll do that. That'll be your first editorial, and the 10th time you've changed your book. And then what's key with them is, they know all the players in the industry, so they'll know, which publisher might be the best publisher for your type of book. And then they'll know, which editor will be the best editor for your type of book. They have the old 3 martini lunches and all that to get to know people. But they know them and they have relationships with them. And then, so if you're lucky, they'll get one to bite, and the agent will then negotiate the terms of the deal. For example, my agent negotiated not only selling it in hardcover, but also audio rights, which is key. Audio's become really big.
Okay.
Ebook rights, and then the trade paperback just came out, so it came out about a year after the hardcover. And they'll negotiate all the different types of rights, the terms, how much money you're getting, etc. They'll help you with the contract and take you through it and all of that. And the agent will also try and sell foreign language rights. So my book was launched in English, and it was launched in the USA, the UK, and Australia. And then my agents sold foreign language rights in Italian, which was great. It's when I was in Italy this summer, I got to show all my new friends in Italy the Italian version.
There you go.
And get to tell them to buy it.
Yeah.
It was also, he also sold Japanese rights. I haven't seen that yet. It's coming out.
Why not?
It's coming out soon, but I haven't seen that yet. I can't wait to see the Japanese. And, for some reason, the Hungarian people really. So, and they did a totally different cover. I mean, this is my USA cover, and they went with something different, which is interesting.
Wow.
And the publishers have rights to do all that, and we can talk about that process. But yeah, so that's what a literary agent is, and very important key. I mean, nothing's going to happen unless you have an agent. And then to continue on with the editorial process. So what I learned is that there's a whole bunch of different types of editors in traditional publishing houses. The first editor is the one that acquires your book, the acquisitions editor, and he's more of a, or she is more of a big picture editor, structural things like maybe you need a prologue, or maybe this whole bit of action has to happen further down in the story or earlier in the story, whatever. So big picture stuff. Then there is a line editor, does, as the name implies, looks at every single line, make sure there's no issues with them, they're as good as can be. And after that, there's a copy editor. And what the copy editor does is make sure you didn't say that in chapter 2 she has green eyes, in chapter 8 she has brown eyes.
Right.
If there's dates, checks your dates, or if there's stuff about guns, make sure it's all factual, and you're not going to have gun people writing in saying you got this detail wrong.